ladies. Welcome to day 5 of our class. How is everybody doing today? Come on in. We are getting ready for a very special class today with my beautiful clients. And I know you're all waiting to hear who the winners are. So come on in. I'll give you all a couple of minutes to file in. Say hello in the comments so that I know who's here. Hopefully to have a much better class than yesterday. No technical glitches today, I hope, but do let me know as soon as you come on so that we can get started. I'm here with Manal and I'm here with Nihad, and they're very excited to talk to you ladies today. I'm very excited for you to hear them. So come on in. I have my little, you know, I'm doing a kitchen renovation, so I couldn't find actually a fancy bowl. This was the first thing that popped up that I could find was my measuring cup. So I put all the names of the ladies who are going into the draw to win one of the hormone reset programs. And as soon as enough of you are here, I will go ahead and pull those 2 names out of my measuring cup. Hi, Hanan. Hi, Noha. Welcome, ladies. Welcome, everybody. I know it's Thursday night. I really appreciate you all who are spending Thursday night with us, spending your weekend with us. Mona's here. Hi, Mona. I really appreciate it. It shows your level of commitment, the commitment that you've had since day 1. Those of you who are showing up every single day, whether live or whether in the replay, it has been amazing, an incredible level of commitment. So come on in, ladies. Let me get myself organized here so that we can choose the winners and move on. Nadia's here, Rasha's here, all the ladies who are hoping to win. I had every time I do this and I have to pick a winner, before I have a sort of a vision of at least one winner that I think is going to win, and out of 8 classes, 3 times I was right. I sort of had a premonition that one of the ladies that I see a lot, one of the ladies who I see participating a lot, and her name went into the draw. I'm like, I think she's going to win. 3 times I got it right. So we'll see if I'm going to be right again today. Josie made it. Hi, Josie. Let me know what you are all most excited about learning today. Today, I'm actually going to teach you anything. You are going to hear from Nihad and you're going to hear from Manal. Let me know what you're super excited to hear from them. What's going to happen is I'm going to announce the 2 winners, and then we're going to start with Manal. She's going to talk. She and I will have a little chit chat back and forth. Hold all of your questions for her and for Nihad, please, until I tell you, because as you know, when you post on Facebook and it scrolls down, I don't see it. I can only see 3 or 4 posts at a time. So if you start posting your questions for them, when I start talking to them, by the time we get to the segment where they can answer your questions, I won't be able to see the question. So please don't ask any questions until I actually tell you. Go ahead and post your questions. All right? Great. All right, ladies. So let's start with doing the draw. So many of you actually attended the 4 days, whether live or the replay, emailed me the answers to the questions, and invited your friends. And like I said, I mean, it doesn't look like a lot because this is a big measuring cup, but there's a lot of names in here. So I'm not gonna look, and I'm going to pull out the first name. Let's see. Oh my God! Yes, one of the ladies that I thought would win and I was hoping would win. Dina Shadnubi, where are you? You are one of my winners. We were just speaking today. She is one of my winners. Dina, are you here? Let me see. Let me see if she is here. I can't tell. No, I don't know if she's here. Dina, you're one of the winners. And number 2. So this is the fourth time my premonition was right. Oh, I didn't have a premonition about this one, but I'm happy that it's you. Iman Zeki, winner number 2. Congratulations, ladies. Congratulations on winning the Hormone Reset program. I would like you please to email me at info@danadinawi.com. I'm gonna tag you again in another post, and I'll put my email. You need to email me so you can claim your prize. All right. Congratulations, ladies. Once more. Iman Zaki and Dina Sharnoubi. Yay! Amazing. Wonderful. Congratulations, ladies. Oh, Dina's here. Dina Shadnubi. Yes, you. She's saying me. Yes, you. I'm so happy that you won. Amazing. Okay, ladies. So we are going to start. I have invited these two amazing ladies, and tomorrow you get to hear from three more. They have just completed level 2 of the hormone reset program. So they started level 1. What you guys started in September, right? September. They finished level 1, now they finished level 2. So they have gone through a lot of transformation, a lot of learning, and a lot of healing. What you're going to start off with, ladies, when you sign up is level 1. So you're going to hear probably what you're hearing are not typical results you would get in just level 1 because they've gone on to level 2, but it gives you an idea of the scope and what healing is actually about and how it's not a diet, it's not a short-term plan, it's not a quick fix, and it's not just about the food on your plate, but it's so much more than that. All right, so please, if we were all together here, I would say please put your hands together and welcome my beautiful, beautiful ladies. We are going to start with Manal al-Banna. Welcome, Manal.
Hi, Dana. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Manal, can you please start by introducing yourself? Tell us how old you are, what you do, what are your interests, married, do you have kids, and we'll take it from there.
Sure. My name is Manal al-Banna. I'm 54 years old, married with 3 kids. I'm originally a chemical engineer, but until last year, I worked in a family business with my husband and my kids. I recently moved to Cairo, and at the time we decided to move was the time you were starting the program. So it was quite a challenge because the year before I had quite some challenges with my health. I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I'm a cancer survivor, and I had and I had COVID-19 while I was undergoing treatment. So this is mainly what made me think about when I saw the program, I started thinking, yes, maybe this is it. My cancer was hormonal. I'm supposed to take anti-hormonal medication for the next 5 years. So the hormone program, balancing program caught my attention. And I have worked with Dana before, 5 years ago.
Yes.
So, and it made a huge difference because it's not just nutrition, it's holistic, it's body, mind, and soul, basically. And I felt that it couldn't have come at the right time, but it was very challenging. I was moving from Alexandria to Cairo. Every 2 weeks, I would be 2-3 days in Alex. I would be here in Cairo. I would be in Gona sometimes. And the nutritional part of the program was very, very overwhelming at the time. But I thought, my back was basically against the wall, and I needed all the help I can get. So I took the plunge. And I'm saying this for the ladies who might have the same mindset of this is how am I supposed to follow such a program? How am I supposed to give up all this? When I tell people that I'm starting to I'm not eating any meat, any animal proteins, dairy, and so on. It seems hard, and it used to be hard at the beginning. It was very challenging, but it worked. I mean, fast forward 3 weeks ago, I think, was it 3 weeks ago when I called you, when I met my oncologist?
I think it was more
I can't remember. Maybe more.
Yeah,
maybe more. Yes,
yeah,
yes. And in my case, I'm supposed to be suffering from severe joint pain, osteoporosis, cholesterol, high cholesterol, weight gain of at least 4 or 5 kilos.
Are these,
And
Manal, are these supposed to be part of the side effects of your treatment?
yes,
So
yes, these are
yeah.
givens. There could be more, but these are basically, I mean, it's what they tell you. This will happen when this is what to expect.
Okay.
And then a few other things that may or may not happen.
Okay.
So when I went to see him, before we started the program, for me to get out of bed, it used to take me about an hour, from the joint pain and the stiffness and the low energy and so on. Now I wake up for Fajr prayer, and I stay up, and I follow the routine. I'm very energetic, alhamdulillah, compared to before the program. And
Manal, talk to
Dana, he was
a little bit. Talk to us a little bit more about all of these symptoms before the program. Tell us a little bit more in detail. What were exactly all the symptoms that you had?
Yes, I had severe joint pain, like in my muscle, everywhere. My bones used to hurt a lot. I used to have I used to shiver at night, and I think this was post COVID-19 as well. I mean, there was something related to COVID-19. A weight gain. I mean, even if I'm careful with my calorie intake, still there was, because of the medication that I used to take, and osteoporosis as well, and the cholesterol level went down after we started the program as well. That's it. That's it. So this is mainly the unexpected shift. I mean, he's over 75 years old. He's very set in his ways, but he asked me about the program, and he wanted to be introduced, and he wanted me to send him your contact and any details so he can refer his patients to you to follow the program. That's it.
So what, all of those symptoms had reversed or had disappeared?
I lost 4 kilos during the program. No, 3 at the first level, and then maybe a little bit more than 4. All my blood tests were super. I mean, there was nothing, any comments that he had to say about them. My cholesterol level is normal. My joint pain, my energy level, my activity level, everything is normal, which is, for me, is amazing, really. Yeah,
it is. Mm-hmm. So when you were thinking about, you had, before you joined the program, and you had all of the symptoms, and you had the joint pain, and obviously you had just come out of or you had just started your treatment for for your cancer. What is it that potentially you were talking to yourself, considering? What held you back? What was like, no, you know what, I can't do this. This program is going to be too hard for me. What were the thoughts going on in your head?
The discipline. Well, first of all, because it's not only nutrition, the journaling was a challenge for me. I am not that disciplined, and it was one of the most of the hardest challenges for me, was to stick to journaling every day. But eventually, the thought model that you taught us, ladies, there is a magical, like a magical trick that she will teach you. It's called the thought model, and it was life-changing for me. So it was life-changing, the decluttering. You know, I want to talk about the nutrition, but really what made the huge difference to me was the decluttering, the physical decluttering, clearing a space in my home, and having everything that I need in its right place, and no extras, and no nothing unneeded, or it somehow it changed. Even I remember sharing with you that it made a difference in the whole family, that for some reason everyone was staying in their room, and after we decluttered, everyone would come and sit in the living room. We would sit together and we would together with them. No, I noticed we finished it. So there are a lot of really challenging steps in the program that I would never thought would.
Is it her internet or mine?
Yeah, it's probably I can't hear her either.
Okay, so it's Manal,
am I back?
You're
yes,
back.
I'm back. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
Keep going. It's all right. Keep going.
So that's it. I was talking about the decluttering. I'm not sure where you lost me. The physical decluttering and what a difference it had made.
Yeah, I think we lost you when you were saying your kids, that everybody used to stay in their room, but once you decluttered and that energy cleared,
yes,
then suddenly everybody started joining you in the living room.
I never realized the significance of this step until this happened, until I saw the difference. And before I buy anything at all, I never get it.
Okay. So what did you then, what made you finally decide, right, this program looks challenging, then is going to ask me to do all sorts of things, not just nutrition, but things that really feel like they're outside of my comfort zone. Right, I'm going to do it anyway. So what was the switch perhaps that went off in your head that was like, right, I'm worried, maybe I'm scared, I'm not sure, it looks really challenging, but I'm going to do this because
I had quite a scare the year before, and for me, I had to put myself first. I had to have a structure in my life. I had, this was the one thing that maybe I can control, where everything went out of control. What I put into my mouth, how I would spend my day doing what, that would benefit me, that would benefit myself. So this was I thought I owed myself that, to take care of me. So that was it. It was not easy moving with, because it's not easy to find the food, the ingredients, and because I moved from one place to the other, sometimes within the same week, it just needed organization, and you helped a lot with that. Yeah.
So this is really impressive, ladies, because a lot of us find challenges, when we come to transform our health and transform our eating habits, we find challenges while we're living in one home that we never leave. Manal was literally and I, and I'd get messages from her. She's like, I'm on my way to Alex and I'm ordering my groceries online. Can you please tell me what's the most important thing I need today? So she was literally managing 2 homes where both homes had to be equipped with her food and her family. Was your family on board at all at any point? Or were you also managing separate meals for your families?
Separate meals, basically most of the time. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's just proof that there is no excuse. When there's a will, there's a way. When you make the decision, it's all in your head, it's all mindset. And this is, like she said, that is something I teach you in the program. It all starts with your mindset. When you make that decision, it becomes non-negotiable. When you decide to prioritize yourself, it's literally right. Not, oh my God, I can't do this, but how will I do this? Such an important difference in attitude, and one that gets you the results. Manal, so tell us, you overcame all the physical symptoms, and you said the journaling was really important and significant for you as well. What would you say, if you were to say the 3 top significant results that you got, what would they be?
My day has a structure, a beginning, a mid, and an end for my day. There is a balance between doing things for myself, for my health, for my family, for my like I said, body, mind, and soul. The program offered me all that. Now, this is a big plus for me, and I would encourage anyone, even starting the program, to bring a friend with them, because I didn't know how significant this would be, having an accountability buddy, which you introduced in level 2. But I would start with a friend if I were any of the ladies starting now. So having someone, to go back to, do the shopping list with, give ideas, and so on and so forth, is really valuable in my life now. And the third thing is my family is starting to come on board. So they would send me articles about the celery juice and the lemon water, and my daughter would find maybe someone who's making a bread that that I can use, or sweets that come from organic, what's allowed in my diet. So the family is starting to come on board. So this for me is a big win.
I know a lot of the ladies here were asking yesterday, right? How, I want to do this for my family. I want my family to get on board. And my advice to them was, you need to get yourself focused first. Focus on you. Make sure you go through the transformation. Make sure that this becomes your new normal, how you eat and how you live. And you're going to see your family slowly, gradually get curious, get interested, get on board. But it doesn't sort of happen, you and your family at the same time. Their focus really needs to be on you first. That's key. Manal, what are you still working on? Because healing is an ongoing journey, right? We keep working on our physical self, we keep working on our emotional self. So what are the pieces that you are still every day working on right now?
Journaling would be my first because remember, I used it as because I didn't have this ability to write down what whatever comes to my mind, and sometimes nothing comes to my mind. I used it first as a to-do list to help me with the program. And so maybe journaling would be the first for me. Second would be, going out to restaurants, picking what I have to eat. This is quite a challenge. But I don't call it a challenge now. I just call it, I have to be prepared. I have to be ready. For example, 2 days ago, I was going out with a friend, and I knew that the place that I was going to does not serve anything that I can eat. except maybe for a small salad, like a side salad. They don't offer anything else. So I took one of the cookies that I make, the date cookies that I make, and I asked them to, I asked for herbal tea, and I had my cookie, and I shared it with her. She was having coffee, and basically this is what I try to do, either before I go somewhere, or I go and I pick this would be my challenge maybe come Ramadan, if I'm invited somewhere. So the journaling, the going out for dinner or for lunch or going out to eat, basically. And sometimes finding new or having the time to change, to make things, to make a new recipe, or not to get bored with my schedule or my routine. That's it.
Yeah. And do you feel like you still get cravings? Do you feel like you're deprived? Do you feel like you're missing out on anything?
Not now, not anymore. Not anymore, because the program is not set in craving something, or I'm, it's offered to me, then I can try it. I don't feel guilty like I did before. And I think it helps that I'm always satiated. I'm never hungry. Yeah. It's not a diet.
Yeah.
So I eat. I'm not hungry. If I need something, I can take it in moderation. I think, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not. No, I don't deprive myself.
Okay, ladies, you can start posting your questions for Manal. Manal is going to answer one last question for me by the time you post your questions. So Manal, what would you say to all the ladies watching right now who are sort of on the fence? Like, they know this is something they need to do, but they're worried about preparation. They're worried about cravings. They're worried about, missing out on their favorite food, whatever kind of worry is going on in their head right now. You were where 6 months ago, you were where they are right now. So what would you say to them right
now? I say that it might seem, and it will be a little challenging at the beginning. Change is uncomfortable. Any change is uncomfortable, and it's okay to be at the beginning confused and overwhelmed and all that. But it's if we don't have, if we're not healthy, nothing is worth it. Nothing else is worth it. If you're not healthy, nothing else matters, really. So, and it does make a difference. Science, I mean, my experience tells me so. My test results, they will not lie. You know what I mean? It's not just, it's not that I'm thinking that I'm more energetic, or that I'm better, or I'm feeling better. It's there in numbers. So I would put myself a priority. I would have done that years and years ago, if I had the chance. Yeah. And it's doable. If I can do it, anyone can do it. That's
what I say. If one woman can do it, any woman can do it. And there's been thousands of women who have done it. Manal, we have a question. So Reda wants to know, how were you able to quit coffee and all the food that has to be available in the house for the kids?
Coffee was the hardest. I think it was the hardest for you as well, Dana.
It was.
Yeah. Midway through the program, we were allowed coffee maybe after the morning routine at 1-2 p.m. You can have your coffee.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, it's hard. It's really, really hard, Ghada, for the first maybe week. And then you wake up more energetic, believe it or not, than when you used to wake up and depend on coffee to wake up. Now I jump out of bed. Before that, I used to wake up groggy, and then I have to go and make the coffee, and no one can come near me until I finish my coffee. Now it's different. I sleep better, I sleep deeper, and I wake up energetic. And I would not have believed anyone would have told me that before, that you can really wake up and be awake instantly without coffee.
Yeah.
So yeah. You can.
So, okay, Josie, is that question for
done. It's
Josie? Is that a question for Manal? Or is it a question for me? Let me know. Nisreen wants to know, Manal, what do you eat in a typical day?
Morning, I have the morning routine, lemon water, and then half an hour later, after that, the celery juice, and then the smoothie, which is basically and then we have 2 snacks per day, an apple and dates. I would take 1 or 2 dates. My lunch, we have a lot of choices really, but for me, because I'm not even supposed to eat any animal protein, it would be a salad, a healthy portion of salad, and at night I would usually grilled vegetables, sweet potato, soup. I like soup. Yeah, basically that's it. Fruit salad. Sometimes I make a fruit salad.
Okay.
And we have a lot of recipes.
Yeah, there's a lot of recipes, and I'm going to give you.
We have a lot of recipes. Yeah.
I'm going to give you all a sample meal plan on day 8. Rasha wants to know, how long did it take for you for the cravings to stop?
Almost until the end of level 1. By the end of level 1 is when I started to not to struggle with that, not to be able to see something that I I usually would grab to eat, and I would have this conversation. Is it worth it? Is it what will it do to my body? And how, that conversation. And then I would decide yes or no. And by the end of level 1, most of the time it would be a no, it's not worth it.
Yeah. Okay. Nirmeen, how do you suggest the morning routine is followed in case of working women? Maybe we should leave that question for Nihad. What do you think,
Yes.
Manal?
Yeah. Sure.
Nihad will answer that question for us. Josie wants to know, Manal, you were not able to eat fish either because Manal had breast cancer. So part of what we do in this program is there is tweaking based on your individual situation. So when we're looking at cancer specifically, we need to keep animal protein out. That's not to say that Manal never has fish or never has, I know you consume fish sometimes. But generally with cancer specifically, we really need to keep animal protein out as much as possible. For most of us, no, you don't. We do keep red meat out literally as much as possible, or never again. Some chicken and some fish. But when we're looking at cancer, like I said, when you're working with me in the program and I get to know you a little bit more, then I help you tweak it according to your specific situation, according to your specific condition. So that's why Manal, like out of everybody in the program, she's probably eating the least amount of animal protein. All right. Red also wants to know, were you able to change your skin routine as well and stop using conventional products?
Yes. Yes, I did, and it's much better and it's much easier, and it's available now. Because remember, Dana, when we started the program 5 years, when I was on with you on a program 5 years ago, nothing was available here in Egypt.
No,
But now it's quite it's yeah, now it's much everything is available. Yeah,
everything is available, everything.
And you will make, I mean, I think Nihad will talk about this even much better than I, because she felt the difference changing the skincare. Yeah.
Right. So let's move on to Nihad. Manal, thank you so much for being with us. Ladies who are going to watch the replay, or if you have more questions, please post them in the comments. Tag Manal. Manal won't mind to come in later, maybe later tonight or later tomorrow. If you have a specific question for her, she'll come in and answer it for you. So thank you so much for being with us, Manal. I know that your story and your words, it's reached the ladies, you have inspired them or touched them on some level. So thank you so much for doing that.
Thank you so much, and good luck, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.
And Nihad, please start by introducing yourself.
Hello, I'm Nihad Omar. I'm 54 years old. I'm a mother of 2 children that you can see the picture of them right above my head, but now they're 28 and 25. I work as a teacher, so I work 24 hours a day, or the whole time when I'm awake, I'm working. I live in Cairo, Zamalek. And I'm really glad to be with you tonight to share my experience. Basically, I probably repeat a lot of what Manal said, but I will try to tell you, I've had a little bit of different experiences from Manal. I found out about the program just like all of you did. I saw Dana's question, do you want to get rid of night sweats and of course, and joint pains? And that's exactly what I was suffering from. I had serious joint pains, my hips, my knees, my fingers. I would wake up in the morning not being able to bend my fingers, and each joint used to hurt me. I had a hysterectomy 2 years ago, a complete one. So I knew that I was going to start suffering from some joint pains. But when Dana posted this question, it was like a dream come true. Yani so I said yes, and then we started writing on the messenger. She started asking me some questions, and then she offered the 9-day hormone program. So I went for that too, and I was very convinced. My mind was set that my main focus was to get rid of the joint pains. So it was actually easy for me to decide to join level 1. I think I was one of the first ones to join when she said.
You were the first one.
Yeah. So I was really ready to do something about my joint pains, because I was just in the morning, I can't sleep on my sides. I would wake up from the pain during at night, and in the morning I would have a problem bending my fingers, and even my toes and my ankles. When I sat down for a long time in the same position, when I'd come to get up, my ankles would really hurt me, even though I was not doing any, I wasn't walking or running, just sitting down made my ankles hurt. So.
And you're a teacher. You teach little kids, right? She's not teaching high school or she's teaching little kids, so it needs activity. She can't just sit there the whole day.
No, I'm on my feet I'm in the classroom. I'm on my feet the whole time. I don't sit down unless I'm just correcting some of the children's work after I leave the classroom. Yeah. But apart from that, yes, I do need to have my energy all day.
So making the decision to join, for you, that was a no-brainer. Like
That
this
was,
is
that
happening.
was, yeah, my mind was fixed to get to do something about the joint pains without having to take medications. I had been through some tests and some analysis, and I discovered that it wasn't rheumatism, but then the pains still kept being there, and they were just annoying me because I feel I'm still too young for this. And I was worried that it would get more serious eventually, and then I wouldn't be able to move and maybe just
Yeah.
not be comfortable doing stuff. So
Yeah.
I decided to take care of myself.
Amazing. I mean, it's a very hard feeling for us to feel like we're getting older very too fast, or we're getting
Yes,
what we
yes,
perceive as symptoms of aging when we don't feel, in our minds we don't feel like we're that age or we're anywhere near that age. So it's not, and then it's not our fault. Like we feel like we're doing everything right, but we feel stuck, and we feel like stuck in sort of a hamster wheel, and we don't know how to get out of it. So it is an uncomfortable feeling. So
yeah.
when you then, right, you joined us, and I remember you were the first lady to join us when I opened up and said, right, it's time to sign up.
Yeah.
She was the first one to sign up. What did you then, once you were in the program, once we started, what did you find most challenging?
The most challenging is the journaling, because I would have to find time to sit down and write. I did it. I was very prompt during the first level, and then I started to slacken down a little bit. But journaling really did help, and even I noticed a big difference in my personality, and even my colleagues in school noticed that I changed. They said, Nihad, you've become more outspoken. You've got a voice. You're talking. You're saying things that you wouldn't usually say, because I just, when you journal, I just used to pour my guts out in the journal, yani. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but I became confident enough to say these things out loud, without being mean or without hurting anybody's feelings. But I just said what I felt. So that was a really big change for me. I didn't have any challenge with the food, because I love vegetables and fruits. I'm not, yani, I like meat and I like chicken, but I'm not, yani, I'm not, I can live without them. And I actually have been, even though we're allowed to eat chicken and fish now, I barely ever eat them. I'm just in love with the vegetables and the fruits and the dates. I love dates.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we might as well answer Nadmin's question right now. As a working woman, right, and
Yeah.
you're a teacher, which means, you do have to be up early and in your classroom early.
Yes.
How did you manage then the food preparation and the morning routine as a working woman?
Okay, I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, but the night before, I soak my celery, because my husband buys it to me in bunches and bunches. So every night before I go to bed, I take one bunch out of the fridge and I cut it up and I put it. I have this plastic basin where I soak it, because it's usually has mud on it. I clean it and I just leave it in the water overnight. I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I pray, and then I head for the kitchen where I make my lemon water. Okay. And then after that, I go in the kitchen again, and I have all the stuff for my smoothie. I just have to put it in my NutriBullet and mix it. But I usually drink and then I make my celery juice first before the smoothie. I drink that while I'm making my smoothie. Okay. And the smoothie, I take it into work with me, because after the lemon water and the celery juice, that's it. I'm usually quite full until I get to school. And for my lunch, I usually what I take with me to school are just fruits and vegetables and some dates, because I don't get hungry. The smoothie usually keeps me satisfied. All I need to eat in between is my apple and my dates, or another piece of fruit and the dates, until I get home. But and just you shop, you go shopping, you make sure you do your weekly shopping and you have everything available at home. So when I get home, everything is there. I just have to either chop up and wash some stuff and put it together, and then I'm ready. I'm good to go.
You're good to go.
Yeah.
And tell us.
I have time to prepare food for my daughter in the morning. I don't just prepare food for myself. I make my daughter's lunch as well, because she spends the whole day out of the house. So it's okay.
It's a combination of the mindset and organization and just practicing and being consistent with it day in, day out, day in, day out. Yeah.
And I never used to be like this before the program, by the way. Before I joined your program, I just didn't do anything. I would go into work and I'd probably order a sandwich. I would never take anything with me to work.
You hear that, ladies? So, I mean, she makes it sound like she's been doing it all her life, right? But she hasn't. So that's amazing. So tell us about your symptoms. What are the symptoms? What happened to the joint pain?
Well, to be honest, in level 1, I noticed a very, very slight improvement in my symptoms after the detox. The biggest leap for me was after the advanced cleanse in level 2. That's when I went to bed and I slept on my side all night and I woke up the next morning. My hands, honestly, this is just, I'm not exaggerating, my hands were perfectly normal, and I just couldn't believe it. It is so encouraging. It just makes you, it encourages you to continue. When you, I kept saying, I don't know, am I ever going to get rid of these joint pains? Dana said they would go and I haven't noticed it. But after the advanced cleanse, wow, it was magic, honestly. Yeah. It made such a difference for me. I can't describe it in words. Yeah.
Healing takes time. A lot of you are asking me when, forget who posted today, when do you start to see your symptoms reverse? I can't tell you exactly, but I know that they will, because everybody's different, right? And everybody comes in with a different toxic load and a different time frame for how long that they have not been well or carrying inflammation. But it could take 2 weeks, it could take 6 months. So Nihad, it took you about then 6 months in that case.
Yes.
Right. So she saw a little bit of improvement. In level 2, we take the cleansing up a few notches. So we do kind of an easier cleanse in level 1. We do a more advanced cleanse in level 2. And that's when her body just went to the next level. There was no way for me to predict that. Healing is not a predictable journey, and it's not a linear journey. So sometimes you're taking a few steps forward, sometimes you're taking a step back, and that's normal and that's supposed to happen. But we know that the body is so incredible. Just give it time. Just be patient with it. And you can completely, like Nihad, just wake up one day and her joint pain has disappeared. Literally. That's amazing. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, it was. And also I suffered from constipation, and that's gone completely. Yeah, that was also one of my symptoms.
Right. Let me see if we have any questions. Okay, ladies, you can start asking specific questions for Nihad, please. Tell us a little bit how long it took you. Did you have issues with your cravings? Did you feel like you were missing out on things? Did you feel like you were deprived during the process?
Okay, before I answer that question, I have to tell you that I just literally used to love bread and cheese. I could give everything up except for my bread and cheese.
Hang on. All my bread and cheese ladies, are you all listening? I think that's all of you here who are telling me I can't live without my bread and I can't live without my cheese. I love you all. Please listen.
No, honestly, Dana did not ask me to say this. I will literally every day, My favorite meal would be just to have a cheese and bread for breakfast, for dinner, and for supper. I could go without meat, without vegetables, without rice, but those were just, and just overnight I stopped eating them and I didn't crave. I think my mind was ready for this cleanse because of the pains that I was suffering from. When Dana said you have to stop eating cheese, of course, in the back of my mind, I said, will I be able? I don't think but I don't feel the need to eat them anymore.
Yeah.
And I have colleagues who come in every single day and eat bread and cheese in front of me. And I never grab, I'm not interested anymore. Honest. I'm being very honest.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
It's not what it's not, as I keep telling you ladies, it's not easy necessarily. I'm not going to try and, excuse the pun, sugarcoat this for you. It's not easy, but it's it is so worth it. And it's not complicated. It might not be easy, but it's simple. The steps are simple. And when you go through it, it's so worth it. I mean, right now, think about all the symptoms that you've got. And the solution is wake up tomorrow, remove these foods, and your body's gonna be so excited that you're finally giving it a chance to heal, and it's going to start to heal, and you're going to be symptom free. So it's worth it. Neshwa wants to know, did you lose weight, Nihad?
Yes, I did. And actually, I'm thin. I'm not overweight. I mean, I'm a small person, but I lost 3 kilos. And not only did I lose 3 kilos, but almost every week, my colleagues look at me and tell me, Nihad, you've lost weight. And I tell them, no, but on the mizan, I'm still the same, but my body is shrinking because I'm not using any more fats. I guess the healthy fats that I'm eating are easily digested, and they're not making me get fatter, but I'm kind of burning my fat. The fat in my body is getting less and less. I've noticed I'm fitting into clothes that I wasn't fitting in before. Even though I've just lost those 3 kilos, but in my clothes, it seems to like more.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Josie, did you replace the cheese with lactose-free cheese, or is it equally damaging? I can tell you, Josie, the lactose-free is equally damaging. There is no difference. And I don't know, Nihad, did you try any kind of cheese replacement, like cheeses made with nuts? I know there's nut cheeses.
No, but I haven't tried any, but I have discovered there's an app that's called Noor. They have cheese made out of cashew, but I haven't tried it. I'm planning to, but I haven't.
Okay, yes.
No, I didn't replace cheese.
Okay.
Or I made my own bread from the recipes. Remember, I made a loaf of bread. That was nice. Yeah, that was nice. Yeah.
Mirvat wants to know, other than the joint pain, did you see any other changes in your body?
Did I see my face? Of course. These used to be much deeper. And I thought if I'd lose weight, they would get even worse, but they haven't actually. I've noticed an improvement in those. I don't know what you call them. So,
you also changed. Yeah, you also changed your skincare and all of that. You went to the yeah.
And there's no more bloating. I mean, today, because at work today, my colleague brought in a cheesecake, okay? And I decided that I was going to take a piece. I cannot tell you what my stomach was like after I ate that piece of cheesecake. I told her, oh my God, I feel like I've eaten the whole thing. I was so bloated for the whole day until I got home. So the bloating goes away. When you're eating the healthy way, the bloating is completely gone, and you feel comfortable. I feel comfortable in. It's just a comfortable feeling.
Yeah. Let's go back to what you said when you were faced with the cheesecake. You said, I decided to have a little bit of cheesecake today, right? So it's not And this is when we worry about cravings and we worry about being out with people,
Mm.
you're controlled anymore by what you think is going to be a temptation.
Mm.
That's not optimally healthy. It's because you decided to, not
Mhm.
because you were weak in front of it,
No,
right?
no, 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 I wasn't
Yeah.
weak because they bring food in every day, all sorts of stuff and coffees
Yeah.
and I biscuits and but I've never tempted to take anything from them.
Amazing. Let me see.
And I've even decided that we're going to have a green day sometime next after we finish the quarter exams. I've
Mhm.
convinced all my colleagues that we're going to have one day when it's just greens. So
This is
yeah.
the ripple effect. The ripple effect. Remember, ladies, I told you at the beginning, it's a ripple effect. One lady changes her health and loses all her symptoms and feels amazing and regains her old self. So then she helps one more woman, and then she helps one more woman. It's an amazing ripple effect that starts to happen. So by helping yourself, you're slowly, you're becoming an example, and you're leading by example to help other women. You're gonna have to tell us all about this green day, Nihad, and share photos and share everything and tell us all about it. All right.
Okay.
So, what would you say then to the ladies watching who are going, oh my God, there's no way, there's no way I can do what Nihad did. What would you say to them?
I would say don't say no way because it's absolutely possible. You heard what Manal said, and I'm just yani reassuring you it's so easy. It's just fix this. Just say I will do it. I was never ever able to follow a diet, never. I mean, when I was after my pregnancies, to lose weight, I would try to diet. I was never ever able to stick to a diet for more than 2 days, but the 9 days of the cleanse, they just passed by like this. First of all, because you're full the whole time. When you've had your smoothie, it makes you full for about 2 hours. Then you're allowed to have a snack, and then you have a big salad, and that kept me full for another 2 hours. And sometimes I would go without the in-between snacks, and then I would have my last meal between 6 and 7, and that's it. I was full. I was honestly full. And I'm usually a person who would sit in front of the TV and munch on a bag of chips or some nuts. I've quit all that stuff, and I never thought I'd be able to live without chipsy, but I haven't eaten any chipsy for 6 months now. So
And
it's honestly possible.
it
If
is.
you want to do it, you will. If you want to do it, you will. I
Um,
always tell
me,
my children when they say I don't know how to do, I tell them I don't want to ever hear this sentence. I want you to tell me I need help, and I'll help you, but don't ever say I can't, because you can. You
yes,
can.
right.
Hmm.
And Nihad, tell them you did the advanced cleanse while also going through what?
COVID. I was actually, I was fortunate because my COVID was very, very light, and I believe that I got off lightly because my immune system has improved a lot
Yeah.
since I've joined the Dana's program. And I have to tell you one more thing that I forgot to say. I usually get 2 colds. During the winter, I have not had one single cold at all. The COVID was, I had a fever for one day, and I'd been walking around the track, so I thought maybe I had caught a cold because I was sweating, and then I sat at the club without a jacket. So I thought it was just a fever, and unfortunately when I did the swab, because I lost my taste and smell, so my children kept nagging, Mom, you have to do the swab. So I was very surprised that I was positive, but that was the only symptom I had, was the loss of smell and taste, and that's it. They stayed for about 2 or 3 days, and I got them back. And then now I have a bit of a cough, because the virus does have the after effects. They stay with you for 2 or 3 weeks, but that's it. I didn't get a cold at all this year, which is also, I'm definitely sure, because of the way I'm eating.
Yeah.
It's made my immunity much better. Yeah.
And such is the strength of her mindset that she kept with the cleanse, the advanced cleanse, mind you, not the first cleanse that we do on level 1, the advanced cleanse of level 2. She did it. I mean, most of us, even if we're not suffering, as soon as we feel like, oh, I have a cold, oh, I'm not okay, it's like, oh, let me eat whatever makes me feel good. Everybody does that, right? But she had COVID and she followed the advanced cleanse. That is the power of the mind, ladies. And that is not just the power of the mind, because her mindset was pretty strong from the onset, but because she physically felt the power of the food and what that was literally doing for her physically in terms of her symptoms and in terms of becoming pain-free. So when you get to that point, it just becomes, it's a no-brainer. Like, you just want to feel good. Who doesn't want to feel good? And if feeling good means, right, give me this food, let's remove this food, then that's what I'm going to do. That's why I say it's simple. It's simple. Nihad, you have a whole bunch of amazing comments. I want you to go back and read them for yourself.
Okay.
The ladies are saying really great things for you.
Thank you.
And do you have anything else you'd like to add before we sign off with you?
Ladies, it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. Honestly. I mean, and I can't tell you how. I would just have to repeat. I honestly didn't think I was going to get rid of those joint pains, because I've had them for years. I've had my hip joint pains for many years, and they're gone. So without medication, without anything, the energy level, like Manal said, you feel much more energetic. You're light. I'm light. I feel light. And even, I mean, my husband is supporting me. My husband is very supportive. I mean, I hope your husbands will feel the same way. I've convinced my son, instead of using whipping cream, that now we're using coconut milk instead. So
Good.
yeah. The family starts to catch on. So don't worry, you're not going to be alone in this.
Yes. Thank you so much, Nihad.
And one thing I have to tell you is, Dana is there all the time. Whenever you need to ask something, she is there. And if she doesn't answer on the spot, an hour or two later, you'll find an answer to your questions. Everything you need is available by just now, everything is available just a phone call away. You can order everything you need online, all the oils and the skincare products, even the food. I found vegan ice cream. I found vegan cookies. I found everything. I haven't tried them, but I know if I crave any of these things, I'll be able to get them. So don't worry, just dig in, and best of luck. You can do it.
Leap, ladies. Leap and the net will appear. Thank you so much, Nihad. Thank you so much for sharing your story. Thank you. If those of you, like we said, for Manal, also those of you who still have questions for Nihad, please post them, and I know Nihad won't mind.
Please do. Yes.
Yeah.
Anytime.
She'll come in and answer them for you. Thank you so much. I know that your story also, just like Manal's, has inspired all of these women. Thank you for coming in here.
I hope so. Best of luck then, and I'll see you soon, inshallah. I'm waiting to hear about the retreat. I'm waiting for you to tell me about it.
If you signed up for the retreat, the email goes out tomorrow. So expect the details tomorrow, ladies.
Okay. Take care.
Good night. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, ladies, do I have to say more? I mean, there's more to be said. Tomorrow you get to meet 3 more of my clients who are going to come in here and share their incredible inspirational stories. So you can see that nobody starts off knowing everything. Nobody starts off knowing how to make the food and knowing how to manage their time and knowing how to be organized and understanding the way everything works. Nobody starts off that way. So whatever fears you might have right now, and I've told you before, they're absolutely normal. What you don't want to, the trap you don't want to fall into is listening to the fear and staying with the fear. Because at this point, when you are uncomfortable, when you are in pain, when your symptoms are getting in the way of your life, right now you have one of two choices. You have one of two choices. You can either stay with the pain. It is always up to you, right? It is always up to you. You can stay with the pain, you can stay with the discomfort, you can stay exactly where you are right now, or so basically you do nothing, even though you spent the whole week showing up for yourself, right? So you showed up here, you got excited, you listened to me, you got motivated, you were here on time, or you watched the replay, you opened your mind up to this new idea, to the possibility. So right now you're currently, like, you're in the motion, you're in the momentum. And if you decide to do nothing, which is option number one, you're gonna just pump those brakes on your momentum. And I've never truly seen somebody make the transformation like these ladies on their own. I was never able to make any transformation in my life on my own. And I've had many transformations in many different areas of my life, whether it was my health, my relationship, which, by the way, we talk about relationships in level 2, whether in my work, whether in my mindset, whether in the skills I needed. It didn't happen when I decided that I can do it by myself. I had good intentions. I'm sure all of you have good intentions. Like, right, when this class is over, I'm going to do what Dennis says. But the good intentions don't get you the results. I promise you. What gets you the results is taking the action, getting the support, getting the guidance, and having the accountability. You by yourself, and you heard Manal tell you, you by yourself undergoing such a, it's a very, very strong transformation. It's going to be that much challenging for you to try and do it by yourself. And you know what's going to happen? And I see it happen all the time. You're going to tell yourself, right, I can do this by myself. Or Mish, I'm going to do it by myself. I'm going to do it gradually. So Dennis says we have to do everything, like remove all the food at once. Well, I'm going to do it by myself. I'm going to figure out my own system. I'll remove the dairy first, and then see how that goes. And then I'll remove the bread after that and see how that goes. It's not going to work. You're going to come back to me 6 months from now, no further along than where you are now. Because you're going to, as you're trying to figure things out, there's going to be a lot of hesitation. You're going to be worried. You're going to be afraid. You're going to be doubtful. You're going to make mistakes, and you're going to try and fix the mistakes. But it's different when you are making mistakes and somebody can course correct and help you find the right path. Somebody who can see your blind spots that you can't see. So that's option number one. Option number two is you decide to go all in on yourself, like these ladies did. Because these ladies were not any less scared or any less worried or any less overwhelmed than you were. But they took option two. They decided to go all in. They decided to trust themselves. So there's a big trust piece here. You're not trusting yourself that you can do this. Trust yourself that you can do this. Trust yourself that you can show up for yourself and for your health. Because you're not doing it alone. If you're going to do it alone, I would say, yeah, that's why it's scary. That's why you don't trust yourself. But when you link arms with me, link arms with a community of women who are going to go through this exactly like you every step of the way, that's a completely different ballgame. Completely different ballgame. So is it worth it to you? Is it worth it to you if you knew that taking consistent action, following a plan, getting the guidance, getting the support, getting somebody's eyes and ears to show you, right, here's where you're veering off, let's bring you back this way. It is the most simple way possible. The most simple way possible so that you can feel better than you have in years. In years. Symptom-free. I mean, think about sick people. Think about sick people. What is their one wish? What is the one wish that a sick person has? Just one wish, right? It's to not be sick. And we don't want to wait for a wake-up call. We don't want to wait for these mild symptoms that you have, because these mild symptoms, I wish I could tell you they're going to stay mild, but as you get older, they're going to keep getting worse. They're definitely not going to reverse on their own if you do nothing. They don't just sort of plateau either, they get worse. And these are all the small signals that your body's telling you there is inflammation. There is some level of imbalance that needs to be rebalanced. And we don't want to get you to where there's a wake-up call, a really scary wake-up call for you to say, oh, okay, I need to do something now. Or I wish I had done something 10 years ago. Think of a sick person. They have one wish. Right now, you have the freedom and the liberty to have 1,000,000 wishes going on for you in your life, as many as you want. But illness happens, disease happens, especially if you have all the symptoms that you have now. They are not going to go away on their own. And this is not, I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying this because it's a reality. Remember, we talked about your mothers and your grandmothers. Just look at them. If they're still alive, look at them or remember them. That is how you are. That's the direction that you're taking. So that's what you can do. You can literally reverse that, and you can reverse years, and you can be symptom-free. Consider this the biggest investment you're going to make in your life, because when you're symptom-free and you're pain-free and you're healed, look at and think about what you can do with your life when you're symptom-free and you're pain-free and you're healed. You get your life back. You get your life back. To whatever degree your life has been taken away from you, you get your life back. What do you think, ladies? Show me in the comments. Who is with me? Who is saying yes, yes, yes? Oh, there's some questions. Amen. Is there any chance joint pains get back again? Oh, great question. Yes, Iman, they will. So the same thing that caused the joint pain, right, which is inflammation from inflammatory food, if you bring all those back in and revert to the old way of eating that made you sick, yes, they will come back. And not just joint pain, any symptom. Any symptom that you have, if you reverse it and then you let go for whatever reason, you decide to let go of this way of living and revert back to your old way of living, all the symptoms will come back. Yes, that's true. Manal, is it for women only? The program is for women only, but the advice I'm giving you is for everybody. The inflammatory foods are inflammatory for everybody. They're inflammatory for your husband, they're inflammatory for your kids. Obviously, I'm just focused on working with women and helping them rebalance their hormones, but inflammation, which is what causes hormonal imbalance, that happens with every single person if they're eating inflammatory foods. It just shows up in different ways. So if your husband's, they can have a thyroid issue also. Your husband's men are more prone to prostate cancer and things like that, high blood pressure, diabetes. The same information that I'm sharing with you applies to them. When your kids, if you see your kids are not focused, if they're not concentrating, if they're irritable, if you have young kids who are constantly getting sick or they constantly have a runny nose, if you have a child with a runny nose every single winter, that's dairy. Get rid of the dairy. Recurring tonsillitis, recurring earaches, same thing. So just the symptoms are different depending on your age and depending on your sex, but the core of it, the inflammation, is the same with everybody. Nashwa, is it all online? Yes, it is. On Saturday, Nashwa, I'm going to describe the program in detail. Actually, I can do it. I'll do it now once I get through these questions. It is all online, yes. Dina, what if we have a cheat meal? Is there like a way to reverse the effects? So we don't call it a cheat meal because you're not doing anything wrong. And this is one of the things I work with you. You're not doing anything wrong if you go and have a pizza. If you decide today, like Nihad decided to go and have a cheesecake. She didn't think she was cheating. There is a programming around food where we constantly we're shaming ourselves around what we eat, feeling guilty around what we eat. Women come and tell me, then I have to confess, but you didn't commit a sin. You didn't why are you confessing what you ate? That's not a sin. You didn't commit a crime, and it's not a sin. And yet we've been programmed that unless we're eating in a certain way, it's a crime or a sin, and you've cheated, and I have to go confess. So remove the word or the phrase cheat meal from your vocabulary starting today, ladies, every single one of you. There's no such thing as a cheat meal. There's no such thing as a cheat day. You get to choose what you want to eat every single day. What happens when you change how you eat is that you change what you want to eat, and you learn how to make a decision around food, and food doesn't control you, and you don't get weak around food. So if you decide, Dina, you decide that you want to go and have a pizza, a burger, pasta, whatever it is that is not optimally healthy, that's not a cheat meal. That's just food. That's it. You eat it, you enjoy it, you move on. Will you feel something necessarily when you eat that food? Potentially. Early on in the process, yes. The longer that you eat clean and the longer that you keep the inflammatory foods out, the fewer symptoms you're going to feel when you eat these foods. When I first started this journey, when I did that first detox, which was a 10-day detox, and then by the time I sort of finished the process, it had been 2 months that I hadn't had any coffee, any wheat, no cheese, no dairy, nothing. And I can't remember what, I think I was invited to a birthday party or something like that. So in my mind, and I was still very early on in the process, 2 months is early. And I thought, well, I've been good. I was in that mindset that I'm good. So now I deserve a treat because I've been good. Another wrong mindset. But anyway, I had cake, I had cookies, I had ice cream, like I had everything. And I spent the next 4 hours with the worst headache and dizzy and in bed. I couldn't get up. Right now, I can go and have cake, I can go and have ice cream, and I feel nothing. It's because months, day in, day out, months and weeks and months and weeks in, you strengthen your digestive system. Right now, your digestive systems are quite weak. They're compromised and they're weak. As you strengthen your digestive system, it's not a big deal ever for you to go and have a burger or pasta or whatever it is. And when you have it, you're going to be reminded of why you made the decision, again, not to have it. And so you're going to go longer without it, not because you're forcing yourself, but because you truly don't want it, because you feel so much better without it. All right, let me talk to you quickly about the program. Yes, it is online. It is typically a 10-week program, but because of Ramadan, it's going to be 4 weeks because Ramadan comes in the middle, so we take a little pause in the middle. You have a module every 2 weeks of the 10 weeks, and the module is something specific that I'm teaching you. Each module is divided into 2 sections, an emotional section and a physical section. So we're always addressing your physical health and your emotional health at the same time. It's your responsibility to read the module when it gets released to you. We have an online member site. You get a password, username and password to access the modules. The modules they're not long. I have a pre-recorded teaching video for each module, and then you read, and then you have a little homework that you have to do at the end of the module, and you have 2 weeks to complete each module. We have a closed Facebook group for all the ladies in the program. On the Facebook group, I post every single day. So every single day, like you heard the ladies say, I teach you how to journal. So every single day in the morning, 6 a.m., there's a post from me that's a journal prompt, something to help you if the thoughts aren't coming that day easily, or if you want to take your journaling to the next level. Every single morning for the 10 weeks, you're going to get a journal prompt from me, something to write about, something, and they're very deliberate, the journal prompts, something to get you to think about your life, think about your relationships, think about your mindset, something that takes you outside of your comfort zone that you need to write on. Then in the same group, every single week, I do a live call like this one. And I do a live call to talk about the module that we're in, take all the ladies' questions live, but also I don't usually have a set plan for those calls because I'm just gauging what's happening in the group. I can sort of see where the questions are coming from, what the worry happens to be that week, what the concern is, and then I will go in and I'll coach specifically on what seems to be the common issue for that week. So that happens, a module every 2 weeks, a video with me every single week, Facebook posts every single day. And we do that for the 10 weeks. It's all online. That's level 1. When we get to level 2, it's the same system, except you also get an additional one-on-one call with me. So in level 1 is just group work. Level 2, you get a one-on-one call with me. I also pair you up in level 2 with an accountability buddy. So you have another level of accountability. And in level 2, we do the coaching calls are all on Zoom, where we all see each other and we all communicate with each other. It's not just me teaching. So usually, like I said, it's 10 weeks. Because of Ramadan, it's going to be 14 weeks. So what's going to happen because of Ramadan is you're going to get module 1, you're going to get module 2, and then we're going to take a break. And then module 3 and module 4 will come after Ramadan. I will give you a special Ramadan eating plan. It's not a deep cleanse. The deep cleanse that you heard the ladies talk about, that's going to happen after Ramadan. All right, so don't worry. So if you still want to have your coffee in Ramadan, you can still have it. You can still have your occasional dessert, but I will give you a very specific plan, but you have the freedom to what extent you follow this plan loosely, 100%, 50%, 80%. It's totally up to you. I show you exactly how to eat for Fatar, how to eat for Suhoor, what to eat in the middle. For those of you who don't observe Ramadan, I will give you a general eating plan with the similar recipes that are in the Ramadan plan, but obviously laid out in a more regular, breakfast, lunch, dinner layout. Then Ramadan is finished. We go into module 3, which is the liver cleanse. And this is where the magic happens. If you follow the Ramadan plan, whether it's the actual Ramadan plan or the clean eating plan, if you follow it, you will feel results, because it's still no wheat, no dairy, no sugar, none of those foods. But the liver cleanse that we do in module 3, that's what takes your healing. That's what just, takes your healing to the next level. That happens in module 3. All right. So that's the basic outline of the program. You have daily access to me. Like Nihad said, daily access to me. I'm in the group answering all your questions. If there's something private that you don't want to share in the group, you have access to me on email, because you need that access. You need the support. You need the accountability. It's not an easy shift, but it's 100% doable. If you follow the way I lay out the program, you follow my recommendations, you get support from the community, you find accountability in the group, and you always, always, always reach out to me when you need to. And this is something I stress a lot in the program, that I can't help you if you don't let me know what you need help with. So I am there to guide you every step of the way. When I say you get my eyes and my ears on you, I'm not kidding. You get my eyes and my ears on you, but you have to allow me to have my eyes and my ears on you in order to help you. Let me see. Farah, I would have thought that the further along you are, the worse you would feel when you eat something different. No, the further along you are, that means the longer your system has had to balance, the longer your digestive system has had to repair. And so when it repairs and when it balances, it's stronger. Right now, it's too tired. It's too overwhelmed. Your liver is tired. Your stomach is tired. Maybe you have something called leaky gut. Like, you literally can't. That's why you have all those symptoms. Maj, how do you select a staggered payment option? Okay, so when you sign up, you can either pay in full, $497. So when you go to the link for the program and you say join now, click on join now, it will take you to a payment page where you get to choose. Either you do the full pay, or you do 2 payments, I believe, of $298, or it gives you the option for 4 payments of $150. It's there. When you go to the link, Maj, you have to click join now. It will redirect you and you'll see the options. Click and it will set you automatically. If you choose the payment plan, it will automatically set you up for the payment plan. And like I said yesterday, the first 5 women who join, we only have 2 more spots for that. The first 5 women who join get a one-on-one session with me in level 1. So you don't have to wait until level 2 to get one-on-one time with me. You get it in level 1. So we only have 2 more spots left for that. So you need to, what's today? There is no deadline for that. It's just the first 5 women who sign up, they get the one-on-one hour with me on top of the group program. All right, ladies, I don't want to keep you any longer. It is Thursday night. I don't want you to hesitate. Take a quick decision. As they say, leap and the net will appear. And in the program, we're fast action takers. Fast action takers. You don't want to be stuck because the next 14 weeks are going to pass. Whether you join the program or not, the next 14 weeks are going to pass. So how do you want them to pass for you? Think of yourself in 14 weeks, right? Think of yourself in 14 weeks, ladies. All right, thank you so much again for spending an evening with me. Have a wonderful weekend. I'm actually off to Guna tomorrow morning, so I will be doing this class from Guna tomorrow night, and we're halfway through. So tomorrow, today's day 5. We have 5 more days, including the bonus class. If you haven't signed up for this class yet, ladies, and you want to attend the bonus class, which is all about how to overcome emotional eating, please sign up. The link is like all over the page. Sign up for the class so that you get the Zoom link for that class, because that class will not be in this group. It's going to be on a Zoom call. And I will be here again tomorrow night with 3 more of my beautiful ladies. Manal and Marwa and Fedwa are going to join us. Again, they've just finished level 2 also. They're going to come in here and share their experiences. Iman just joined us. Iman, you're one of our winners. Iman missed the all-important reveal. Iman, your name was picked today. Congratulations, you have won the program. And our other winner, for those of you who didn't see the big reveal at the beginning, is Dina Sharnubi. Congratulations, ladies. Please email me, Dina and Iman, email me at info@danadenawi.com so that you can be added to the list and you can claim your prize. I'm so excited that it has been, that both of you were chosen. I said at the beginning of today's class that when I do this, I have a premonition sometimes about who's going to win. And 3 times I was right. Today, I had a premonition that it was Dina who was going to win. Maybe because we spoke this morning and I had a feeling that she was going to be one of our winners, and she was. So I'm so happy. Iman, yay, yes, Iman, yes, you won. Congratulations, ladies. What do I want to say? Email me at info@danadenawi.com. I love you all. I will see you all here again tomorrow night. Bye, ladies.